What is up, everybody? Teal Killing one. Yes, I'm not showing my face right now. Sorry, but actually, hold on. Um, there we go. Anyways, what is up, everybody? Teal Killing one, and today we're going to be doing a murder mystery entitled. Yes, we're going to do a murder mystery. I don't know how long episode this is going to be, but I hope you all enjoy it. I'm not going to have the webcam on at the time, so you guys will be seeing me with no webcam. So let's get this going in three, two, one. Let's go.
It is just past midnight as your steamer pulls into the Hickory Hollow train station, and the street lamps burn a dismal orange in the Tennessee fog. This is your first time in the sleepy little town, but you aren't here for recreation. The town's illustrious Edward Stanton was found dead early this morning, stabbed 10 times through the heart in his manor. Your mission: catch his killer. The sheriff waits for you on the platform. "I trust you've had a safe journey in," he asks.
I got out of the train, stretching out my back. Yeah, the ride was a little bit bumpy.
The sheriff chuckles and claps you on the back. "Yeah, the railroads around here aren't exactly top quality. But hey, the ride here may as well be first class compared to everything else in this backwater town." He eyes you up. "And you are the reclusive genius detective they've been telling me all about?"
Well, I wouldn't say genius detective, but I'm pretty much good.
The sheriff grins. "Now there's some humility I like to see in a man. You're not one of those arrogant blowhards, that's a fact. But I'll be the judge of how good you are. You ready to head to the crime scene? Or do you need a few minutes?"
I looked around at the small town. I'm ready.
The sheriff motions for you to follow. "All right then. It's a short walk to the Stanton estate. I'll tell you what I know as we go." He leads you out of the train station, and you begin walking down the foggy Hickory Hollow streets. Stanton had the place to himself, it seems. "We found the body early this morning by a servant who was checking on him. The coroner said he had been stabbed 10 times right through the heart." "You sure you're a match for this, buddy?"
Please. They don't call me Detective Killer for no reason.
The sheriff seems impressed. "Detective killer, huh? I think I like the sound of that." He grins. "So you really think you've got what it takes to take on this case? Because I gotta be honest, I've tried everything myself, and I've got next to nothing in terms of leads. Stanton was rich and powerful, and just about everyone in this town wanted a piece of him, one way or the other. He had enemies, and he had lovers, and it looks like he got himself into something a lot deeper than he could handle."
Damn. So this dude, he was a big, like, what did he do for a job?
The sheriff shrugs. "He owned a local factory, the Stanton Shoe Company. It kept the town afloat, financially speaking. But he was also into some other things. Bootlegging, illegal imports, money laundering, bribery, the whole gamut. Most people suspect he had some sort of relationship with local organized crime as well. And that's not even getting into the personal side of things. The man seemed to have a different dame on his arm every night, and more spurned exes than you could shake a stick at."
So more or less, he has enemies that wanting to kill him, probably.
"And then some," the sheriff says simply. "Stanton made more than his fair share of enemies on that way to becoming the town's local millionaire. But finding the perfect killer ain't gonna be the easy part. No, the real hard part will be proving it in court. The Stanton estate has access to the best lawyers the world can buy, and they're gonna see to it that whoever this was can get off with nothing shorter than a slap on the wrist."
So we gotta find this killer and bring him to justice, but it doesn't matter because, he'll get a slap on the wrist.
The sheriff is quiet for a moment, as the two of you turn onto another empty street. You know, just because he'll be getting off light legally doesn't mean me and my deputies won't give him the personal justice he deserves before he goes into the trial. Trust me, we'll make sure he gets what's coming to him one way or the other.
So, did you guys find out who the killer was, or are you guys still searching for him?
The sheriff laughs. I wish I knew. We're still running into dead ends every way we turn. I've had my best officers working 24/7 all day today, but nobody's turned up anything worthwhile. Honestly, we're just waiting for you to work your magic right now, Mr. Killer.
All right, I guess we're here.
The two of you have made your way to the Stanton Manor, which stands tall at the end of its property line. The manor is an extravagant estate. Tall walls surround the home to maintain privacy, and expensive hedges can be seen in between the gaps of the wrought iron. The manor itself is a grand affair, as expected of a millionaire, and multiple officers and servants can be seen going in and out.
Who all lives with him? You know?
The sheriff thinks for a moment. From what I heard, Stanton lived mainly alone. Although the last night of his life, he seems to have had some company over. The sheriff trails off for a moment, an odd look on his face. Actually, there was an odd rumor I heard from one of my officers. You want to hear it?
Helps this case any longer? Yes.
The sheriff gives a small nod. Now, this information is still completely unverified, so take it with a couple grains of salt. But one of my officers on duty in the area last night apparently saw a woman sneaking out of the manor grounds. Now, the odd thing is that she shouldn't have been able to get in. There's a heavy security gate that blocks off the entrance to the grounds, and nobody can access it without a key. So whoever this was, well, she's got some explaining to do.
Well, I guess we're going to be investigating it, I guess.
The sheriff chuckles. You're damn right we are. I should say, though, we've already done a thorough sweep of the scene ourselves, and we haven't found anything of great use. The coroner's report confirmed the cause of death was the stab wounds, and we've pretty much got the time of death pinned down to between 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Beyond that, though, your guess is as good as mine.
All right, let's see the body.
All right then, the sheriff says, leading you up onto the manor platform. Fair warning, though, it ain't the most pleasant sight. That's for damn sure. The two of you come to the manor's large oak wood doors, before the sheriff pushes them open and leads you inside. As you step across the threshold into the manor, you are hit with the full sight of the crime scene. The inside of the manor seems to be in a state of disarray, furniture knocked down, paintings crooked on the walls, and objects of various shapes and sizes scattered about as if a fight had occurred.
It looks like a fight had been broken out or something.
The sheriff nods grimly. That's what we were thinking. The killer must have attacked Stanton in his own home, and Stanton put up a fight. Too bad it wasn't enough to save him. The sheriff slowly leads you towards a set of stairs in a corner of the home. Follow me. The body is upstairs, in Stanton's bedroom.
All right.
The two of you slowly climb the stairs, and the sheriff points towards a room at the end of a hallway. That's the bedroom. The body is in there. I'll leave you to it. I've already combed through everything I can, but you're a lot sharper than I am, so maybe you'll find something we didn't. I'll be downstairs if you need me. The sheriff gives you a grim salute before trudging back down the stairs.
I opened the door and looked at the dead body.
You push open the door to the bedroom and are instantly greeted with the grisly sight of the murdered Edward Stanton. His body lies slumped against his bed, still dressed in a fine suit. A fine crimson stain begins to appear on the carpet around his body, and all around the ground are scattered objects, as if a fight had taken place.
Weird.
A quick scan of the room reveals several pieces of furniture knocked over, various papers and items scattered across the ground, and several spots around the carpets where things have been dragged or dropped. It looks pretty clear a struggle occurred in this room.
But if the fight was taken up here, then why was there a mess downstairs?
You raise a good point. The messy downstairs area, if the body was discovered in the bedroom, was more likely than not done by the crime scene investigators after they first found the body, which means the struggle that took place upstairs was the real cause of the mess.
Then why is the mess downstairs and upstairs? That makes no sense.
You take a moment to contemplate the question. The struggle in the bedroom makes sense, obviously, as it was the main crime scene. But the messy downstairs is a point of confusion. Why, if the crime was discovered in the bedroom, is the downstairs so chaotic? It's an odd thing indeed.
Unless the killer is trying to throw us off.
You entertain the possibility that the killer had intentionally gone downstairs to scatter things around in order to give red herrings. The problem is that it doesn't make sense. The killer would only be risking leaving more evidence behind, and in doing so making it more likely for them to get caught. It doesn't add up.
Officer, can you come here for a second?
The sheriff, who had been pacing in the main hallway downstairs, turns to your voice. What is it, killer? You noticed something up there?
Yeah. When we first came to this house, the whole downstairs was messy as hell. Like it was broken everything, right?
The sheriff gives a nod. Yeah, the place is a complete mess downstairs. Furniture is knocked over. Objects are scattered about the whole 9 yards. Why, what about it? You think it's related?
Look look around this look around this bedroom. It's messy.
The sheriff gives the bedroom a quick scan and instantly sees your point. Damn, I hadn't even noticed. You're right, everything's knocked over upstairs, too. The carpet is all stained and the furniture's all over the place. He gives you a curious look. Any ideas, genius detective?
Either the killer m- either the killer killed the person and brought him upstairs, but there will be a blood trail and there's no blood trails.
The sheriff frowns. So you think the body was intentionally brought upstairs for some reason? It does make sense, but I don't see why anyone would do that. And like you said, there's no signs of a blood trail, so the killer can't have carried the body up manually. This seems like a real head-scratcher.
Unless unless now hear me out on this one. Unless they were getting freaky and they went upstairs and as soon as he went to sleep, sh- that person stabbed them 10 times.
The sheriff raises his eyebrows. Getting freaky? You don't think Stanton was killed by what? A one-night stand turning bad?
The possibility.
The sheriff sighs and rubs his forehead in wariness. I guess it really could be. Damn, the list of suspects here feels like it keeps getting bigger and bigger. I just can't believe I didn't realize it till now.
Pulled out my sonic screwdriver and I start scanning him.
As you pull out the sonic screwdriver and begin to scan the body, a few things are brought to your attention. You notice a few strands of golden hair sticking out of the chest cavity, as well as some odd metallic spots on the man's neck.
Metallic spots. That's looks like poison.
The sheriff frowns. You're right. Those metallic spots on his neck might be from some kind of poison, and they're definitely worth a look into. You have any idea what kind of metal it could be?
It is. Oh, it's actually poison lip balm. Somebody kissed him back in the neck, and well, one thing led to another, and this what happened.
The sheriff is taken aback. You're saying the killer used poison lip balm to poison the victim? Damn, there are no bounds to what killers will do these days.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
The sheriff gives a grim chuckle. I suppose I'd ask the question of why someone would kiss Stanton only to kill him a few minutes later, but hell, people do weird things every day. You've got any idea who the killer could be?
No, I really don't.
The sheriff sighs, clearly worn out, and gives you a look. Damn, I was hoping you'd be able to tell who the killer was just by looking. Guess it was wishful thinking, huh? All I've got is a bunch of possible suspects, and not a damn lead to go with any of them.
It looks like there's no fluids around him, so either either the victim was, well, kissed and put to sleep and stabbed 7 times, or 10 times, sorry, or they just they have no fluid on them. Like, white fluids.
The sheriff seems to catch your drift. So you're saying the killer wasn't having any pleasurable activities with the victim, and probably just came to kill him.
Yeah, but why make out with him and then kill him?
The sheriff throws up his hands in frustration. That's what I'm saying. If the killer wasn't having any happy fun times, then why make out with the man before killing him? Makes absolutely zero sense.
This mystery is getting juicier and juicier.
The sheriff gives a chuckle. Yep, looks like we've got a real doozy on our hands. But I know if anyone can figure this out, it's you, killer. He gives you a small clap on the shoulder.
The shoulder. Uh, uh, where's okay, detective or officer? Have the body tip over a little bit.
The sheriff looks a little taken aback by your request. You want what, killer?
I want you to move the body to its stomach.
The sheriff gives you a look, confused, but quickly does what you ask. He goes to the body and gently rolls it onto its stomach.
That's what I thought. Scratch marks that says that says be warned, if you ever discover this body and look any harder, I will come after you.
The sheriff looks as you point out the scratches. Scratch marks? You're right. They're pretty faint, but they're there. Why'd the killer leave those, though?
Probably for a warning.
The sheriff gives a small whistle. Damn, a warning? If that's what these scratches are, then the killer is trying to send us a damn message. Sounds like they want us to know not to keep looking.
I glanced over to the side and there was a note.
The sheriff, following your gaze, notices the note as well. Hey, what's that? It looks like a piece of paper over there. He goes over and snatches it up.
Let me see that note.
The sheriff takes the note out and hands it to you. Here you go. Have a look for yourself. Hopefully it's not just some useless scrap.
I read it and it it read, I know who you are. Don't look any harder, or I will expose your secrets, killer.
The sheriff read over your shoulder, clearly perplexed. What the hell is this supposed to mean? They know who we are, and expose what secrets?
I don't know. But it says also for for your lovely wife, poison. Poison. I just name sound familiar.
The sheriff's eyes widen as you read off the signature. Poisoned? You mean
Poison.
like the poison used to kill Stanton? That can't be a coincidence, can it?
Poison. Poison. Who is this poison character?
The sheriff frowns as he thinks. It sounds familiar to me as well, but I can't quite put my finger on it. I've got to be thinking of someone. Damn it, I can't think of it though. Maybe we should ask someone around town?
Walks around town in the next episode. Alright guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like. And I hope you like this murder mystery type thing. Um, if this gives at least one like, I will do another episode of the Salem's Murder. And if this goes good, and we end the video, and we end the story, it might be a season 2 of the of the detective killer. Who knows? We don't know yet. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell. See ya.